around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Would you care for me? Would you care for me? Oh.
Hold tight, I'll be here with you all night. My mind, I'm getting lost in your eyes.
Gemini, hello and welcome to the news at 7. I am Dick, nice but thick, and I'm here in order to give you your messages, but they're getting deep down and dirty. I nearly said Capricorn. Gemini. You could be a Capricorn Gemini, I really don't know, but I'm hearing a lot of very weird shit going on. So I've got some messages here for you. I'm also going to be scribing whilst I'm giving you the messages. So you'll see me looking down like this, okay? Could be someone that looks down on themselves and they're going, oh, hello. Oh, I can see that. What? Oh, my God, what can I see? So, I don't know, you might have like an matron or something like that, or someone that's dressing up as a nurse or something like that, and they're kind of like, oh my, I'm going to have to take my glasses. Oh, ding dong. Look at his bell. So someone can have a bell end or something like that, or an end. Or a Jim Morrison, I don't know, but it's kind of like a bell end. So it might be a Dick, nice but thick, I really don't know, Gemini, because if you're squeamish and you're frigid, you're not going to like it, Gemini. Some of you, right, you're going to have to live a little to get your messages, because there's quite a few, okay? So, now listen, Uncle Steve said. So, I got some messages for you. We're also going to scribe with 2 pencils that are different colours, because it helps me get through the reading with like loads of and then we give you the picture and we say, oh look, that looks like a bell end, or that looks like something or whatnot. Okay, so if I say thing, you say Steve. I'm hearing Stranger Things, so I'm hearing 3, so that would be like Piscean, life path 3, third party, really don't know, birthday party, Sagittarian. Okay, feeling good. I'm also hearing getting drunk or something like that, or drunken love. Who is that by? Birdie. Okay, drunken love, or some kind of like, I don't know, erotic feeling. So I'm also hearing Madonna, something like that. I don't know. I think, or Donna, the name Donna. But I'm definitely hearing someone that wears glasses maybe, and they take their glasses down and they go, oh, that's an eyeful. So someone, it might be like, just jizz in me eye. Right? Now, you ain't supposed to watch this if you're kids, so you need to turn off, right? Because I'm hearing someone's being turned on, okay, and it's becoming very erotic, okay, erotica, okay, or Erica, or something like that. Right, now, I'm hearing the song, which was, Eye on the Pussy, it's a thrill or a fight. So I'm hearing that it's something to do with maybe a Leo or an Aquarian placement, because we read in numerology very quickly, obviously, Capricorn, Gemini, 6s. That's where the cross comparison is, because we read in numerology. Because that's a major arcana, Gemini and Capricorn, they both come up in the same sort of messages. But you could be dealing with one, okay? You could be in a relationship, but this is channeled stuff. So, got my eye on the pussy, but it's a thrill, but it's also a fight. So it might be where I'm fighting, or I have to fight to get what I want. Or it could be, I've got my eye on something that I want, but I can't have it, but I want it, which leads to this very curious sexual tension of someone that may not be giving someone something that they want, but they might be getting it from another, or a... No, but that's pretty weird. It could be your mother. I don't know. It could be someone could have a mother that's kind of like, well, I've got a mother that's a Gemini, and each to their own, Gemini. But I'm hearing lover, so that would be like love or lust. So I'm picking up like a lustful kind of connection, maybe metaphysical, some kind of like, I don't know, like in the shadows, under the radar type sort of feeling. But eye on someone's private parts, but it's a thrill, seeking energy, but it's also a fight. So it might be life path 5, Sagittarian or Taurus, but it could be a thrill, but if there's more of a thrill, it could lead to a fight. So it's kind of like this in-betweeners type sort of thing right here. So you've kind of got this, I've got my eye on something that's phallic, okay, something that's dirty, and that it's a thrill, but then it's because it's kind of like a roller coaster, like up and down emotions, like I'm up and then I'm down, and then I'm like, I don't know, like my feelings are kind of really I'm definitely picking up people that are feeling very erotic this time, okay, this time. But Gemini, Capricorn, you can get that because we're in year 6, and that can be a lot of like, because I'm picking up something that's difficult for me to figure out, but it isn't. It's kind of like, well, it can be this, but it can't be that. Okay, I can do this, but I can't do that. So it's kind of like maybe some of you are single. Okay, and you're kind of like, look, I don't want a relationship, I just want sex, or I want a relationship and I don't want sex. Like, it's kind of like this feeling and this fetish type sort of energy that's vibing, but it's kind of like I've got my eye on something that I want and I want to look at it, but then it's also maybe leading to a fight or flight, like a run. So it might be something about a life path 7 or a Cancerian, and do I run or do I go? Do I, like, it's this, it could be a third energy maybe. Okay, now I'm also picking up Jim Bowen. Okay, so Jim, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, or anybody beginning with J. Okay, or a same-sex relationship. But then I am also hearing this, what Jim Bowen used to say in Britain, which was bullseye. Okay, someone wants to look at someone's eye, or something like that, or someone's going to come in someone's eye, or something, right, or something to do around looking at something, right, here. But Jim Bowen used to say, oh, that's 3 in a bed. That's 3 in a bed. Oh, and the little one said yes or no. So it's a little bit like a third party maybe calling someone else into bed, or having 3 people, or the name Ed or Edwina or Edmonds or Berry, Holly, Jodie. I am kind of picking up on like fetishes and third energies that are possibly here, Gemini. But Jim Bowen, you say, oh, come and look at what you could have won. Look, oh, you could have won that, but you didn't, did you? And it's kind of like, come on, bring family in. Let's have a look. Okay. And what it feels like is someone saying, can we bring 3 people into bed? Okay. And the little one said, yes or no. Something like that. Could be something to do around a Libra or a life path 2. Okay. So it's kind of like someone's calling someone in for some sort of like fetish, or like, are you okay with 3 people being in a bed? Okay, now, Geminis, this really does relate a lot, because it might not relate to you at all, but I can remember in Gemini readings a long time ago that people were saying that they knew of this Gemini person that was married, okay, or in a relationship, and they had a husband, but they had a wife as well, and they also had someone else in bed as well as this. So, like I said, man, I don't never judge people for whatever it is that they're doing, but I am picking that up, right? So no tea, no shade to people that want things like that or don't. I can't ignore messages for the people that are on that kind of timeline, right? Because I can't lie to people, okay? So it might be something around lying. I'm having to lie to a person and I'm having to not tell them the truth, so I'm trying to keep it hidden. And that's where you're kind of getting this lying or lion or a Leo or an Aquarian energy. And then you're also getting like a 2, which would mean the High Priestess. Like, I don't want to talk about it, or I don't want someone to know what's kind of, it's a bit like private, okay? It's private. Private eye, a dick, right? So a private dick or a private detective, or it's got a lot to do with someone's private parts, okay? So, and I'm picking up like counterpart, private part. So it's kind of like someone's sort of together, but they're not actually together. And it's kind of like this third physical, metaphysical type sort of feeling that's there, that's private, okay? But like I said, when I channel, I don't know. So it could be a private thought that someone's having, like I'm just having private thoughts. Well, whatever it is that someone has private thoughts about, their thoughts are their own, so they're entitled to having private thoughts, right? So, but it feels like I want a private dance show, like a peep show, like a private, like I'll go to a strip club and I want a private dancer. Tie me down, my private dancer, and the headlights on the highway. So something to do around headlights. So it might be Life Path 7 Cancerian, and it could also be Amsterdam, because that would be like the red light district, and that would be people that go and buy a set, like I'm going to buy to, when you go to places like Amsterdam, okay, they have a lot of people where you can go to and have sex and pay for it, so on and so forth. So it's something that's kind of like around that, like I don't want no timey kangaroo down sport, I don't want no commitment, okay, but what I do want is some kind of sexual gratification, okay, because I mean you do get that, like I don't want a relationship, I just want some kind of sexual need that needs to be met, and I'm human and so on and so forth. And what I don't want is tying down into a relationship, but what I do want is some sort of like sexual gratification. Okay, so you've got some kind of message that is there for a lot of you. I'm hearing I will be there, so that will be Michael or Jackson or Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, son. Something to do around your family members or something. But you could have a cross comparison of having like a Gemini mother or Gemini, other energies here. And then this is a big one here. So someone's got a big dick here. Is what I'm hearing is that. I also heard 3 deaths this year. Like I've lost 3 people. Like 3 deaths. My dad is dead is what I heard. Like my dad died or my mum died. But I specifically heard Amber or Abigail or Abby. Okay, but 3 deaths this year. So I don't know if any of you experienced 3 deaths this year or they are going to be. Now I did a reading a long time ago where I did a video called The Death Certificate, okay, and it was around where COVID, and I think I got like 7 or 8 names that came to me that were on this death certificate, and they all passed. All of them did die, okay. So I'm hearing Dan, sorry, not you guys, but Dan, Daniel, anybody also that's beginning with D also, okay, D and M, Melissa, Maria, Misha, Mika, Amelia, so there might be 3 deaths this year, okay, but it's a lot to do with around 3. I have 3 placements of Scorpio. Could be like 3 Scorpio energies, 3 4 energies, 3 Scorpios, because I'm picking up like 3 death cards. So that's kind of like 3 lots of Scorpio, okay. So this person or you or yourselves could have like 3 placements of Pisces. There's a lot of water energy here, like Scorpio, Pisces energy, but I'm picking up like trine energies, okay, 3 placements. What do you call them when you have 3 lots in one chart? So it could be that's playing havoc. So, sorry, Gemini, I'm really losing my flow here. I can't really pick up on too much of a message for you because it's kind of getting a little bit lost. Okay, so Virgo, Life Path 9, and I'm getting a little bit lost. Okay, like I'm getting a little bit confused, or am I picking up the right signal or not? Like, are they trying to, like, turn me on or off? Or, like, I'm picking up, like, mixed signals here, okay? So I'm getting mixed up signals, like, kind of stuff that is present. So if I didn't say I'm drawing, okay, and then we're going to look at whatever it is that your drawing is going to kind of give to you. Gemini, let me see, Gemini. I've got to stick with the same message and try not to drag this out too long. Drag me to hell. It's something to do with around a Capricorn here. Something to do with a Capricorn. And there seems to be a lot of sexual healing and a lot of sexual tension. And it could be sexual magic, like it could be Magic Mike. But like, well, Magic Mike was a striptease, right, on the film Striptease. Like, I forget what it was called. It was called Magic Mike, but he was like a dancer, right? So it's a little bit like teasing but pleasing, but sort of like this flauntatious type sort of trying to maybe get someone into bed or something like that, because your message here was 3 in a bed and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So it might be like a lucky jackpot, like, woohoo, 777 or XOXO, okay? Might be someone that's gambling and stuff like this, like on the gamble machines, because they're definitely hearing 3 in a bed. Well, that was bullseye, okay? So that was like, you've got to get 3 in the red, 3 in the black. So there's someone that plays roulette wheel here, roulette wheel. But for me, that would be the Wheel of Fortune, so that represent Capricorn. So I don't know if any of you here are looking for like gambling messages and you're gambling all of the time and you're always on the red and the black roulette wheels and you go constantly to the casino. That's been coming up for ages for people that are addicted to spending and gambling loads of money all the time because they're always in the casino. So they have a gambling addiction here. I don't know what this is relating to of sex, because there really seems to be a lot of I've got my eye on someone, blah, 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 and I'm having to take a risk and gamble, something like that, okay? Because it's like this thrill or a fight, okay? But it might also be like, I'm making you fight for it. Like, if you want it, you can have it, but you're going to have to, like, fight me for it. Like, but that could also be a third energy. Like, if you want them, you're gonna have to fight me, or yeah, because there's like this defying energy. Like, am I gonna defy Finlay, getting laid? There is a lot of sexual energy in your reading, Gemini, but I've got a feeling that when I'm doing it, okay, that there's this guilty pleasure, like this forbidden fruit, like people are going to get really pissed off or annoyed or paranoid or something like that, and I can't work out who is what, like, because I'm picking up some want that and some don't. Some girls do, some girls don't, or some girls need a lot of loving but some girls won't. That's a song. So I can pick up on groups of you that are like, hell no, there's no way. And then some of you are kind of like, well, that's all I want anyway. Okay. So it's kind of like that. Like, I wasn't really expecting much than that anyway, because that's probably all I want is some sort of like sexual gratification. That's kind of like what it might have been people that have been practicing sex magic. And when they've been doing sex magic, they're actually been thinking of a person. And then it suddenly starts to come true that they start having sexual thoughts about someone because they've been fantasizing about, like, you know, I've been doing whatever it is that I do and blah, blah, blah. And during that, I've been actually thinking about someone. And then lo and behold, my manifestation has come true. And now suddenly I'm starting to see all of the benefits of everything that I've been thinking. So this doesn't have to be sex. If we move off that energy here, I'm picking up that someone's really been manifesting something and they've been really like practicing like manifesting, and it might be within a sexual nature. And then suddenly something starts to happen and they're like, holy shit, I didn't fucking realise that this was just going to be thrown straight on my lap. Like, or a lap dance or something like that. And like, because I keep hearing the hold me close, my tiny dancer, are the headlights on the highway. Yeah. So, sorry if it isn't so long, but let's see what we've got as a picture and see if we can see two balls and a dick. I mean, you can't predict this shit, right? Yeah. But that looks like two balls and a dick right here. So, and this seems like, well, I mean, let's cover that bit up, but it really does feel like that this is two balls and a dick. Now, I'm also seeing like a woman here with hair. Now, I don't know if you noticed in one of my other readings where I said, someone's hair's going like that. And in one of my other readings, my hair was all flopped over here. So, but I'm hearing like this is two horns. So I'm picking up like Capra horny, two horns of a goat or like a person here. And they don't have to have two horns. We could just be talking about Capricorn. But that is what I'm picking up in that message, is a person that has two horns, okay? So they might have two dicks, or I don't know, they could be like a sausage party or something like that, okay? But I'm definitely picking up that Capricorn here is like involved somehow. And I'm picking up like Genie of the lamp, and it was something about a Capricorn here that's been making 3 wishes. Now, those wishes could be around like the star, which is Aquarian, like it's mixture of Aquarian, and there's some sort of like fantasy of like Aquarian and like Capricorn energy here. Obviously, we're doing Gemini, so it could be Aquarian, Capricorn, Gemini. And it's like, this is the lamp, and I've been fantasizing about something that I've been watching, which is this cock and balls, or thinking like that. And then suddenly I rubbed one out on my lamp like that, and I've been rubbing it out. And then suddenly the genie popped up as if to say, okay, granted, your 3 wishes are granted. Now, that did come up in a past reading of mine where I called it, you get 3 wishes. Okay, so that could be a death wish, and it's involving Scorpio. It could be involving Aquarius. So Scorpio, Aquarius are now here, placements of you or the other person, because I'm picking up huge energies of like I've been making wishes, but basically not rubbing on a lantern, okay, or anybody's got L in their name, okay, and I've been rubbing one out, and I've been physically wishing, or just doing this unknowingly, the fact that what came out of me rubbing one out was actually this wish that started to come true, and it is something around these 2 horns, which means they're two dicks, or there is a Capricorn or something like that, okay? So please don't shoot. I mean, you can, all guys, you can hate me all day long, but there's no point in me getting messages and just sitting here thinking, well, that's not the messages that I'm picking up, so I'd rather lie to people here. I'm just going to tell you what I've got, okay? So I'm just going to show you what I've got. It's kind of like this, well, I'd rather just show you what I've got. So it's like this, well, I can't really tell you what I've got, but I can show you what I've got. So what is going on, I don't know here. Okay, so you've got this energy of I am seeing someone that's at the bottom of this, like looking, because I'm going to stick with the same message. This is a genie, it's a lamp. It doesn't necessarily mean it can be involving a life path 9 or a Virgo as well. Okay, doesn't have to mean that the image is a lamp, but what the message definitely is that someone's been rubbing one out or knocking one out, and then suddenly the genie goes, okay, you are now granted what you was thinking, okay, and that it's on the table for you to now say, well, that's what you've been thinking, that's what you've been manifesting, that is what's come true, that's what is in front of you, okay? So normally when this comes to like people kind of think, oh, how the fuck did I just manifest that kind of situation? That's what goes on in people's private minds, okay? So that's private to whatever anybody else. Keep hearing private Benjamin. Oh, privates, my privates. Okay, so that's what I've got for you. Anything else that we've got here? Definitely keep picking up on signs of 3. That's a goat. That's like a Capricorn energy, or like a goat type sort of energy. 2 eyes and a nose, like, but it seems to be coming down in this form of like a sheep's head, which would be like the sacrificial lamb. So that's Capricorn, Piscean, because Capricorn was like resurrection, born as a Jesus, okay, and then crucified and then resurrected as a Piscean. So he ended up being Pisces. So I'm picking up that it's something to do with a Capricorn head and also a goat of maybe like Piscean, okay, because that's the sacrificial lamb, okay. So I'm picking up like, man, why do I keep picking up? And there's no sacrifice, just a different world. It's 2 hearts living in 2 separate worlds. So the world is a 3 again. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, but it also means Piscean to me because 3, and it also means a long distance relationship or something that is online that you may be talking to, that this could be going on with, because it means that it's open. So the world to me means communication, travel across the world, long distance relationships. It means communication, dating pool, or someone that's called Paul, Pucci, Pisces, Paula. Anybody again with Paul, Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald, Francine, Francesca, also Manchester, someone from Manchester or Leeds. Okay, the name Lee, Leanne, Lisa, Linda, Belinda, Liz Taylor, Tyler, Taro, Tanya, Great Britannia, someone from Britain. Okay, also Britain, and also Brian, and also Brittany. Spears, Steers, Gavin, Stacey. Okay, Sal, Sarah. Okay, there's a load of names for you. Whether they're your husband's, wife's, friends, brothers, mothers, deceased loved ones or not, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm picking up that that's something to do with around this like private kind of thing that might be going on here. Anything else that you guys may see here? Macy Gray, David, Macy Gray is dead in the water. So there's a definite dead water sign, which means Scorpio. So let's go on this very quickly, because I did pick up my dad died, and it might have been around a Scorpio or an Aries person, because I'm picking up dead in the water now. Okay, so there could be a person that's deceased that they've lost. Okay, could be involving a Virgo or Life Path 9, and it's dead in the water now. Okay. What else have we got? There's something that's forming here, like an anvil. So like Silver's hammer, silver, but like hammering on an anvil here, or Avid, Marion, David, Avi, Devi. There's a devil energy that's definitely present here, and I keep hearing windswept, gone with the wind. There's something in the air, so it might start snowing. Okay, so this week where you are, you might start seeing signs of being extremely cold and frosty, the snowman, Cockfrost, Frost, whatever her name was. Yeah. But then I'm also picking up like Frostbite. So you might end up with Chap Lips or Chapman or Barry, also Steve names. I'm picking up like Chap Lips, so something around cold. So I don't know if anyone's got a cold or flu and they're becoming very like bullet dunes, okay? Or it's just getting really cold where you are and you might start seeing the signs of snow forming on the ground. Is definitely what I'm hearing. I do also predict weather. Okay, I'm also hearing Heather, Haley, Henry Pertain, pretense, false pretense, true or false Libra. Okay, not saying whatever this is true or false. But I don't know. So let's just wrap it up. A present, a gift. Someone might be buying someone a gift or a present for Christmas and they want to wrap it up. They might also be a rapper, someone that's like does lyrics, lyricist, like they write lyrics down and they like sing or they rap, okay? Or you do what I do, Angel Radio. And a lot of people have said, Steve, I really love your intro. Some people, 2 of them said, I can't stand your intro, I hate it. It scares me. You can't win when you do YouTube, trust me, Edwina. Okay, but there is something here, wrapping it up, around a rap artist, music, production and stuff like that, guitars, keyboard, synthesizers, Cynthia, Sarah, Steve. So we've done all of that because I also do Angel Radio. So any of you out there that are budding musicians, okay, intros, that sort of stuff and music, rapping and lyrics. You've also got something to do around 3 in a bed, okay. Also a dad dying or 3 wishes being granted of people doing sex magic and rubbing one out that could have literally just manifested some sort of like sexual gratification into your life. Okay, just please don't go schizophrenic, people that may or may not know of these energies, and make that happen if it isn't, okay. I have to look after the paranoid lot, okay, as well. So you've got this sexual gratification, sexual magic, okay. Then you also had this rubbing one out, Genie in the lamp, something coming true, 3 wishes, 3 people. Probably didn't want 3 people, but at least I got some of my wish that came true. Andrew, Andrea, Manson, family. I don't know, that's like a cult, but some of you guys believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in witchcraft, okay. There can be sexual magic, but a lot of people, they lose their shit. That's got to be that person doing magic on my person to stop him from wanting me. Don't go down that road, bruv, because you'll lose your fucking mind if you think that someone's slitting lambs' heads and, you know, dripping it into a cup of an altar and drinking lamb's blood. That's just bollocks, man. That doesn't work. Sex magic works. Sex magic works. Okay. So, like I said, man, but it doesn't always necessarily. I'm not going to go down it because I'm picking up people that are kind of like, I don't know, more down the like voodoo route here. I'm also hearing the name Ralph, Rachel, also Rachel and Ralph. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that. See, you've got phallic stuff, rubbing one out, Genie in the lamp, things coming true. Can't believe my luck, Lucy, Laura, or a Lucifer. Can't believe my luck's just come in, or a fuck, or a lucky fuck, or something like that. Okay. That's for the people that are kind of into all of that. And then for the people that are not, there's this kind of energy here of, I don't know, confusion maybe. Okay? Also in transfusion, blood transfusion as well. Transvestite, same-sex relationship or someone that dresses up as men and women, like man and woman. Okay? Same-sex relationship, man and woman. Okay, I'm picking up here also that someone that likes both. They probably like men and women as well, okay? So I don't know about that one. Doesn't suit everybody, but some it does, okay? So I'm picking up energies here that could be, say, like with a woman, but they also want a man, and they want a man to come in on the... Like, say there's say 2 women that are together, but one of the women wants a man as well, okay? And that might be where this is coming from. Like, I'm with a woman, and we're in a same-sex relationship, but I also want a man to come into this scenario here because I can get sexual gratification from a woman, but I also need like a man's touch as well. So I'm picking up that kind of those messages for you where it might be like 2 men and they want a woman to come in, or 2 men and they want a woman, you know, the other way around. Like there can be that here that is also present as well. And it might be like a birthday present. Like for birthday, I'm going to get you. So that'd be Sagittarian. Don't know. Could be involved in those. Right. So I'm going to leave it at that. Gemini. Sorry for the messages if they're weird, if they're fucking freaking you out, weirding you out. I really don't know. But I'm hearing a weirdo or a widow. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. So you got that. Okay. Tom York. Someone from Yorkshire, also, or from Alaska, or York, or like Manchester, Leeds, from Yorkshire. Okay. There you go, Gemini. So that's just free stuff off the top of my head that I channel, and then also the picture. They're always different. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get until you try it. Okay. So that's the channel stuff. Your actual tarot reading itself will come out over on here tomorrow. Okay. This is just something to bide you over with. See if your tarot stuff comes out the same. Your actual tarot reading that I do different than over here, because what will be on here is what's to look out for in your environment. If you want your full in-depth, what's in the shadows, what are their intentions, what are their thoughts, what are their feelings, what does my whole week look like, are they coming back, what should I say, should I reach out, what are their intentions, to, is it a good time, bad time, all of those things, are over on Patreon, and that's what keeps me alive, are people that are joining Patreon. So if you're interested in those, I normally do all 12 star signs before I do this. So your reading is over there already for the week. Okay, so if you join now, you'll have like loads of readings to go through, because all of them were all done over the last 2 days, where I pretty much got through all of them and put them out over there for everybody that's on Patreon or that wants to join. Whatever comes on here is just going to be whatever people watch. If you watch it and like it and subscribe and you join, then you'll get more of your star sign readings, but they're going to be separate. People that are on Patreon, if they're not very good over here, like Cancerian and stuff like that, and they really can't get very far, then Cancerians will only be over on Patreon. Okay, I'm sorry for a little while, because I've got to work my algorithm. Okay, so I've got to do YouTube and give YouTube what it wants. It's telling me to do certain star signs and to cut back on doing the others. So you'll see me doing it. So, but trust me, if you want them, they will always be on Patreon. Okay, so you want the silver or the gold tier, but it tells you all about it over there. And if you whatever you want is all provided below for you. Okay, Gemini, I will see you guys hopefully over on Patreon, or I'll see you tomorrow on YouTube when we do your other readings.